Welcome to another episode. I'm Dean.
I'm Cyber.
And this week we're going over the KSC Glock G19 replica. One of the most aesthetically pleasing Glock replicas on the market. Just to give you some history, Cypher.
It's a Glock. The Glock 19 was the third in the series after they made the first. The 17 was the first. The 19 was the third as he created a slightly more compact version of the same gun, essentially. Has a shorter front end, shorter barrel, and a shorter grip, which is actually, a lot of people prefer this particular one because it fits right up to the bottom of the hand for most people.
Yeah, right there.
Very, very good size overall. Very well. And this particular is the KSC, which is probably still one of the best Glocks out there in the market, even though it's pretty much ancient in the Airsoft world.
Yeah, the technology behind it is roughly, what, 12 years old?
Somewhere around there. This is my original Glock 23 from an ancient period of time. It's still cracked and all that, but this is the full auto hybrid slide version of the same gun, and it's pretty much identical, you know?
Save for a selector switch and some
yeah,
sights.
Absolutely, yeah. And this one came with the G19 magazine and a grip extension. But they didn't really do much after that point, and it's still pretty much the same gun. Because it worked. It always worked since that point.
Yeah, the experiences I've had with it, it by far is one of the best Glocks I've fired. I mean, WeTech does really good with theirs, KGW does okay with theirs. These still outperform them.
And these are the most aesthetically pleasing because they have trademarks on the chamber and on the side and over here, which, you know, aren't legal or whatever, because Glocks hates Airsoft, I guess. And they really hate anyone using the Glock symbol. So this is actually pretty hard to find these days.
let alone...
legally speaking.
Let alone, it's really also hard to find them in one piece. A lot of times you find companies selling them upper receiver, lower receiver, at least here in the States. This one we picked up. You got to pick up overseas for the most part.
Yeah, they go for what, about 140 to 180 or so.
When you see them here in the States, you're probably going to spend about 190 to 200 for them. Yeah. We picked this one up overseas for about 150.
Yeah. Plus shipping.
Yeah, the shipping's where it really kills us. Comes in the G Series box,
just like the oldest box they originally put out.
Yeah.
10 freaking years ago.
9 times out of 10, if you buy it here in the States, it's going to be inside out, so you'll see just brown. So don't worry if you don't get a box like this, just put the box inside out. It's the right way. Also, along with it, you're going to get the G17 series manual.
It's the same gun, essentially, but so they just have a little insert which shows the G19 exploder view because the parts list is obviously different.
And it's going to be 90% or 99% Moonspeak.
Yeah, there's pretty much no English at all.
Except for the word Glock and...
Yeah, well, obviously.
As per, if you want to drop the mag, as per most KSC guns, you're going to get their typical style speed loader. You know, just put it over there and then...
And it's got a locking...
yeah, the slide... It slides down and locks down.
Just one of the best features that everyone else should be still using.
Now you just pour your BBs right in there, it fills up, you're good to go, you release it, and you're done with that. Also, per KSC KWA, you are going to get your hop-up adjustment key. This comes
right in there.
Yes, one of the best hop-up designs. I wish more manufacturers would just start
something a little easier and a little more sturdy.
Yeah.
So,
all in all, I mean, it is a beautiful gun. It functions really well. We're going to get it in the range, show you what it can do with FPS. The thing you got to remember about these, they are hard to find, so you are going to pay for them. So don't expect, oh, that's too much, that's too much. No, no. If you can find it for between $150 and $200, it's a great deal.
Or start hunting forums here and there, because that's where I pick up most of my guns. And you can, generally speaking, find the older guns, especially these, because they've been around for so long that they are more readily available.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that probably part them out, decide they don't want them anymore, then regret it 2 months later and have to buy new ones. That's what keeps these guns alive.
Yeah.
But overall, it is a very pleasing gun. It has full polymer lower receiver. It's based off the Generation 3 Glock. It does have tactical rail on the front, so you can at least fit a flashlight or a laser or something.
Most of it. It's got a shorter rail than most, but it still fits basically any accessory out in the market because it's one of the first adaptations of a regular 1912 Picatinny rail on the front. So a lot of things are built specifically for Glocks on this single slot in the bottom system that they did. So it's pretty easy to find accessories.
Right. The other nice thing it does have is it does have white sights, so it is good for easy targeting. You don't have to have lasers, you don't have to have flashlights or anything.
You don't have to repaint them either. older.
Yeah. Nice thing is, in my experience with KSC Glocks, the sights are removable, so you can take them off, modify them. I know you've done it on a few of yours. So if you're going to modify the slide in any way, shape, or form, at least you know you can do that. You got to be careful with the front sight. It is plastic.
Yeah. If you pop it out, be careful because it has little tabs in the bottom that snap.
If you don't get it out right, you're.
So just don't do it at all, and be a better idea. Just don't screw with it if you're not going to screw with it at all.
Unless you're like Cypher and you're going to buy aftermarket.
Yeah, or like
sights.
this is sandblasted, so it's a little different than most, obviously. So I had to pull those off.
Yes. Hence why he is aftermarket sights.
Yeah.
But again, it does have the G trades on it. It says mil spec 9x19. It doesn't actually say Glock. I remember at one point KSC's actually said Glock. Awesome.
Yeah, and that's just the G. It's just the G part.
Yeah. Well, there's some old school ones I've seen recently that actually say Glock, not just the G.
Yeah, my 18C has that.
Yeah, exactly. So you can find them if you hunt for them. Again, Glock does not like Airsoft for that respect. And plenty of other reviewers out on the interwebs and YouTube world don't like it that manufacturers sell them. There's one in particular that doesn't like when people sell Glocks.
So
exactly.
Whatever.
I want my Glock, damn it! Let's go ahead and get this in the range, and then we'll do a teardown, just show you a basic teardown on Glock. Alright, so we got the Glock here on the bench, and as you can see, you can see the trade's a little bit nicer, a little bit, the beautiful trades that we got there. Good luck finding them on any other manufacturer. So first, obviously, you want to drop the mag. They're just like a real Glock. You're going to have the pull downs for the teardown. That's your basic field strip. Now, this one goes a little bit further, and it's not too hard to do. There you go. There's your basic full field strip. You can get to every part you need to clean, lubricate, anything like that. You don't have to do this very often, but if you need to do it, at least now you know how. Reassembly is very simple. Just reverse the operation. If you're not good at puzzles, don't try it. And there you go. That's your basic teardown. Now you can see here it does have the trigger safety that is synonymous with Glock. So, and it does function because without that being pulled, it doesn't move. Second that moves, it functions. So, very good features to have on this gun. They've basically matched it to a T. You may notice other brands like TM, they're going to be wider, but this one pretty much matches the Glock exactly. But let's go ahead and get back with Cypher so you can get the rest of the review. Alright, so we had a successful trip down range. Show you the very easy teardown on this gun. Came in right around 340.
340, which is about like always average, so it's pretty good mid-range because it's definitely under all CQC fields we're going to allow that. So
exactly. So, yeah, overall, this is probably going to get the highest rating out of me because I don't care about the price. I'm giving this thing a 9. Yeah. All the way across the board. It's just
it's probably one of the more legendary guns in the airsoft world because it worked then and it works now. My own gun still works and I have almost no maintenance on it at all.
Yeah.
The seals are still good.
That
original seals from 10 or 12 years ago still work.
Yeah, that 23 amazes me. And it's
ancient times.
But yeah, so I'm giving it a 9.
Definitely a 9.
Yeah, so we got a 9 overall. Yet to our highest score yet to date.
Yeah, because it's the only real great Glock replica out of the market. Even though it is a little pricey, it is, you know, a gun that's going to last a long time.
It's going to last you, especially if you take care of it. You take care of it, it's going to last you long. But proof with Cypher, you don't have to take care of it. It's going to last a long time.
Miracle. I don't know how. It's magic.
So, for Cypher, I'm Dean. Remember, airsoft's not a crime. Play hard.
Play safe.